New video. In today's video, I will be ranking every single WWE champion. When I mean every single WWE champion, NXT main roster, not Speed or the NXT Heritage Cup. But before we get into this video, just a big thumbs up down below, hit subscribing, because I think you will fall in love with this channel. Anyway, because I'm also on the road to 500 subscribers, so I really appreciate that. Anyway, let's get into this. And this is a monthly series we do every single month. Last month was my first month doing it, and I think it's been pretty much a success since then. So let's do it. So for people who are new to this, challenge, the tiers are new to this type of videos. The tiers are S, A, B, C, and F. Garbage, great, Hall of Fame. We all know how it is. Obviously, all these champions. But since the last time we did this, we have had quite a bit of new champions. One in NXT and a lot in the main roster, because this Road Ahead WrestleMania has been insane with the title changes and the plot twists. So, we will start off with the NXT Tag Team Champions, Fraxium. Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and if you haven't seen them, I suggest you please watch one of their matches since they've been NXT Tag Team Champions. They one of the best tag team champions of all time, in my personal opinion, the greatest NXT Tag Team champions of all time. So, last month I did put them in S tier, and since what they did, I still think they're S tier, since their tag team moves are great. All this stuff they do is phenomenal, and just look at one Fraxium match defending them tag team champions. None of their matches ever disappoint. Never. They recently faced the Hardy Boys for the TNA Tag Team Championships. They didn't disappoint then. They never disappoint every time I've seen them in a match. So put them in S tier as long as they're NXT Tag Team Champions. I honestly can't wait till they get moved up to the main roster and see what crazy, insane matches they can do there. Not having to lie. So let's move on to the Women's North American Champion, which is Stephanie Valkyr. I don't really know how to say his name. But she's been the NXT North American Champion for about a month at this point. And she's defended it a bunch of times. And she's also the NXT Women's Champion, so she has to defend both of them. And honestly, I think she's been doing pretty solid, so I'm going to put her in B. Not C, because she's not been mid, and she's not A, because she's not been that good where she deserves to be great. But she also, to be fair, she has 2 championships right now, so I can't blame her for that. So we really have to let her some slack right there, since she has both championships. So yeah. Obviously, we have to give her some slack, but she's been pretty good. She's been defending champion, and I do think eventually they're gonna have to either take the title off of her, or she loses it to someone who maybe, like, I don't know, they just lose it to someone, because I feel like she can't hold the Women's North American Championship as too long, or with the Women's Championship. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Anyway, let's move to the Men's North American Champion, which is held by Shawn Spears. And Shawn Spears has been doing a pretty solid job as the North American Champion. And he's held it for over a month at this... No, almost a month. He won in the beginning of March. And he's been doing a pretty solid job. No title defenses yet, so I'm just going to have to put him right in B tier, because he hasn't really done anything with the belt yet, but I feel like give him a little bit more time. Maybe when we get closer to Stand and Deliver, which is not that far away at this point, it's only like 3 to 2 weeks away, I think they'll find something to do with Shawn Spears and the North American Championship, because if they had no plans and gave it to him, that makes like really no sense at all. But I hope they do have plans, so they actually do give him something. So I'm just gonna put him B tier. His championships has been good at best. He have right now. He kind of have this like cultish club going on in his thing in NXT right now, and I don't know. Maybe they'll do something. Maybe they'll take something. Maybe one of them will betray him and try to take the NXT North American Championship away from him. But we'll find out and see later. Anyway, let's move back to Stephanie Valkyr because she is the NXT Women's Champion, and I'm gonna put her in B since she won it not like a couple weeks ago, maybe like 2-3 weeks ago at this point. So I'm gonna put her in middle since she already did defend it. On the same night she defended her Women's North American Championship. So we'll say she is a very fighting champion and she'll do anything to retain both titles. Again, take one of the titles off her. I think it still should be the Women's North American Championship. I feel like that could change hands a lot more than the women's title specifically. But yeah, I think she's been doing a great job, and even though she's only held it not that long, only like 2 to 3 weeks, I think she's been doing an excellent job. So she goes in B tier. Honestly, this Stephanie Valkyr does not count because I accidentally put her in more than twice. That was my bad. That was on my part because I haven't seen him. But anyway, let's move to the NXT champion, Oba Femi. Now, if you don't know who Oba Femi is and you've been loving on Rock, he's like Omos, but way better. And honestly, the vision that Vince McMahon had for Omos. Just gonna say here, that's basically what Oba Femi is, but just a way better athletic demigod. He's been the NXT champion for about 2 months at this point. It's coming up on 2 months. He's actually is he coming up on 3 months actually? Yeah, I think it's coming up on 3 months actually. My bad, Oba. Coming up on 3 months at this point, and he's had a pretty solid title reign. He has some title defenses against Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. Did he face Eddie Thorpe? I don't know. I think he did. Maybe I can't remember. But he did some pretty good, nice stuff in what he's been doing with it. So I'm gonna put him in 8th here. Just because I think he's fantastic, and I think with this 3-month reign he's had so far, and I think he can have a longer reign and do more great stuff with it. Maybe one day he'll be in S tier like Fraxium is, but I think what he's been doing with his house so far in the month of March, I think he did a phenomenal job. So I'm gonna put him in 8th tier. As we move from NXT to the main roster, we'll look at the women's tag team champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel, or aka Diesel. So this is hard for say because they won this tag team titles before Elimination Chamber, like the go-home show of Raw before Elimination Chamber. And honestly, it was kind of pointless. I'm just going to lie. It was kind of pointless to get any of the titles. Maybe it was just to take the titles off of Bianca so she can focus on the Women's World Championship. But they're not even they don't have no plans for it or anything like that, because they don't have no plans for WrestleMania, looks like, unless it's going to be like Lyra and Bayley versus them at Mania for the titles. I feel like that's one way they could get them on the WrestleMania 41 show. So yeah. I mean, it's not rare to see the Women's Tag Team Championships on WrestleMania. They were on WrestleMania 39. I don't think they were on last year because it was Dakota Kabuki Warriors and Naomi, Jade, and Bianca last year at Mania 40. So I think that's kind of why, but I think they've been doing I don't know. It's hard to say, and I don't want to put them in B because they've not been good. But maybe next month next month. I don't even know what I base it off of. I think I just base it off of what they do. But I think I'm just gonna base it off of like no. I think I'm basing it off the month prior, so I'm basing this off of March, and they didn't do nothing in March with them. They defended. I don't even know if they defended it any time, but I'll put them in C tier because they really haven't done nothing with the women's championships. So yeah. Well, we do have one. We do have a change. We do have a change, and that is for the WWE Tag Team Champions, which are held by the Street Profits. Now, last video they were held by DIY, and the Street Profits literally just won them not that long ago. Already had their first title defense against Pretty Deadly a week after they won them on SmackDown. So, yeah. Do I have anything to say about it? Not really. I'm just gonna put them B tier. Because simply just because they just run them like 2 weeks ago, maybe it might 2 weeks ago, and they had one title defense, and I don't want to do and say anything else about it. Just because they've already had like one title defense, and there's like they haven't really had a full reign to explain it. So yeah, maybe next month, or whatever they do in this month of April, or maybe in May or June, or however long they held these tag team champions. Maybe they can move up on the leaderboard and get to A or something. But me personally, I can't say anything about the reign since their reign's only like 2 weeks old at this point in time of the filming of this video. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move to another tag team champions, which is the World Tag Team Champions in the War Raiders and Ivar and Eric and Ivar. So they've held these since December 16th, basically the middle of December, and their reign's been pretty mediocre. They have had they had a title defense against Judgment Day, JD, and I believe Dom, maybe, and then maybe one against Finn as well. I could be mistaken, but I know for sure against JD and Dom. American Made, they had like 2, I believe. So yeah, but I'm just putting them B tier. They're not the worst tag team champions of all time, though. I would say for like right now, the Street Profits so far already have a better reign. So honestly, I might move them down here. Yeah, I think I might move them down here. Though, I feel like they have a chance to move up this month in April since New Catch Republic is back and they can finally add some more teams to the tag team division since New Catch Republic is back. And I think this is W's 4. For the Raw tag team division at least. Anyway, let's move to the women's IC champion, not IC, women's United States champion, Chelsea Green. Now, Chelsea Green has held this championship since the beginning of December, and what's the word I'm looking for? This reign's been okay. She's basically only defended it against Michin, which, by the way, why? Why? Where are the rest of the talent in the women's mid-card division? They finally did add, Zelina Vega, which I'm kind of happy about because that women's mid-card division on SmackDown really needs to not be so thin. It needs to be jam-packed with awesome talent. So I think they can finally put some talent in here. Though, I feel like Chelsea Green's title reign will be a lot better than when the show goes back to 2 hours. Because I think after WrestleMania, or sometime after WrestleMania, SmackDown will be going back to 2 hours, which I'm kind of glad because SmackDown's a tough show to get through with 3 hours. It has to be, if a show's going to be 3 hours, it has to be, action-packed good for all of it. They have to have enough superstars, enough storylines to get you through a whole 3 whole hour show. And SmackDown's roster is very thin right now. So, yeah. But I'm going to put Chelsea Green in... I'll put her at C. Yeah, honestly, it is mostly because they just keep facing her against Meechin, and I'm tired of Chelsea Green versus Meechin. Like they WWE is making me start hate Meechin, bro, and I don't like it. I don't like hating Meechin. Meechin, I've said it from like August. I like Meechin. She's been pretty good and stuff. So yeah, just because all she's faced is basically Meechin, and I don't bait. I don't. She hasn't faced Vega yet. So hopefully in this month of April, she can do something to move her up to B tier. I hope, because I like Chelsea, but yeah. Anyway, let's move to Lyra Valkyria with the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So basically, they've basically been telling that her story is that she's a fighting champion. She's had more defenses than Chelsea Green. Hey, at least it's against more different people, am I right? But yeah, she's defending the championship against Dakota, Ivy. She's having the upcoming Monday. She's facing Bailey for it. So yeah. So far I think her reign's been way better than Chelsea Green. So I'm gonna have to go on B tier. Still not A tier because obviously some reasons. Because she's not getting up there yet. But maybe her match against Bailey will move her up to A tier and change my mind. But I still think she's been an okay champion. So she's gonna go in B tier. I think that's how that's gonna work. Okay, buddy. Okay. And plus, I kind of like how she's being a fighting champion. So yeah. Anyway, let's move to the Men's United States Championship, which is being held by LA Knight. Yeah. So he won his championship about a month ago. At this point, it's only 3 weeks ago, but it's about to be a month. And he's had one title defense against Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman ended up in a disqualification because of Jacob Fatu. But I'm gonna be a fair judge and say it's B tier because it just started less than a month ago, and I think they're gonna do like a multi-man match for the United States Championship at WrestleMania, like Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman. I can't think of any other wrestlers off the top of my head right now, but I feel like other, like probably, maybe spice it up, maybe throw Solo in there. Maybe Shinsuke, whatever they have plans with Shinsuke, or maybe they having Shinsuke go back in catering again. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I think the reason why he's on B tier, not on C tier, because first off, his title reign's like slightly new, like a month old at this point, and I feel like there's some big plans for his title reign. I think it's going to lead up to WrestleMania in a multi-man match. Jake Fatu, I don't know. Braun Strowman, maybe even Solo, maybe even Shinsuke Nakamura, or he might even go back to catering. But yeah. Anyway, let's move to the Men's Intercontinental Champion, which is being held by Braun Breaker. Now, I don't remember exactly where I put Braun Breaker last video. I might have put him in C tier or B tier. But this last month kind of impressed me. The match against Finn Balor kind of impressed me a little bit. This mini feud with the Judgment Day he's been having kind of impressed me a little bit. And this mini type feud building maybe to WrestleMania with Penta is kind of quite interesting with me. And I'm pretty sure next week, even though it's probably not confirmed yet, I think he's facing Dominic Mysterio. So maybe Dominic, Penta, Braun, WrestleMania. So just because of what happened last month and all the little feuds he's been in with all the things has changed my mind and let me put him in B tier because of all the stuff that's the little feud with Judgment Day and the little feud is starting to happen with Penta, and maybe in the match with Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania, maybe with Penta, Dom, Braun, Intercontinental Championship at Mania. Heck, maybe if Finn Balor gets thrown out of the Judgment Day, throw Finn Balor into this match, make it a fatal 4-way match. I don't know, but last month really did impress me with Braun Breaker's title reign. With WWE can finally figure out what's going on with this thing. Anyway, let's move to WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. Now, ever since Tiffany won this title, she's been basically a babyface. She's taking on Charlotte at Mania, and she's defended I don't know, maybe a couple times, but she's definitely been wrestling a lot more than when she before she had it. But Tiffany Stratton's title reign has not been the greatest. I will say that it has not been the greatest, but I feel like it has to go in B tier, right? Right? I don't want to put it in B tier, but I also don't want to put it in C tier. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I know she's been held in the championship. It's gonna be in 3 months at this point, and she hasn't really defended it. I get it. I get it. Big WrestleMania match. She's getting up to building it up, but her feud with Charlotte is now even below Gunther and Jay, because Monday Gunther and Jay's feud got saved after Gunther became a psychopathic, crazy man. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put her title reign, but maybe this month her title reign will get better. Maybe that match with Charlotte will maybe impress her. Maybe if she retains, maybe that'll impress her. But yeah, I will also be doing this video at the beginning of May too. So yeah, yeah. So I'm just gonna put Tiffany Stratton there. Anyway, let's move to the Women's World Champion in Io Sky. Io Sky's title reign. Not gonna lie, I know she's only won it like March 4th, but she's been phenomenal as champion. Since we've gone to Europe, every crowd's been saying Io Sky, and just been cheering for Io, which is good, and W's. She's been ever since won that title. She's been in a feud with Rhea, Bianca, and all that type of stuff. And last Monday, she defended it against Rhea. Bianca, special guest referee. The storyline just got spicier with Rhea. They're absolutely demolishing both Io Sky and Bianca Belair. So, I'm not gonna lie. I think Io's title reign has been a lot impressive than most of these title reigns. And even though she's only held it for not even 3 weeks at this point, only 3 weeks or something like that, maybe a month. I don't know. Her reign has really impressed me, so I'm gonna put her in A tier. She's had a great reign, and the storyline with Bianca Rhea right now has been crazy. So that automatically just makes me put her in A tier. And if she retains at Mania, maybe this little ride can continue to April. So yeah, congratulations. If I did this video last year, I wonder if I would have put Io in the same category, because I don't think I would, personally. I don't think I would. I don't think I would, actually, which is crazy to say, honestly. Okay, let's move to World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. Gunther's title reign has been pretty underwhelming, I feel like. He won at SummerSlam when we all had big hopes. We all thought he was going to be that great Intercontinental Championship reign he came off of like 6 months ago. But it ended up being way underwhelming that we actually all expected. But this feud with Jey Uso leading up to Mania 40, which obviously they're going to crown Jey at Mania, right? Right, WWE? Right? Has honestly elevated Gunther's title reign from, I don't know if I had him at C tier or B tier, but maybe even A tier just last Monday. But since it was only Monday, I'm just because of that little thing they did at Monday, it's going to A tier. This man has turned into a psycho, and honestly, in all of the ways that I think it could. And this feud really kind of elevated his title reign, in my opinion. That's my opinion, not your opinion, but that's just my opinion. That this reign has really, this little feud with Jey Uso has improved his title reign as World Heavyweight Champion tremendously, and I think it was a really good decision. Doing this title reign like it is, where he's covered in blood, licking Jimmy's blood. Disgusting, buddy. But disgusting. So yeah, I think that really has impressed me over the last couple of weeks. But especially this week, what happened last Monday. Anyway, let's move to Cody Rhodes, the undisputed champion, and the last person on this list. He's held it for over 350 days at this point. Almost a year, actually, a year and a couple of days. He'll be holding this championship next week, actually. Next week, he'll officially be holding that championship for 1 whole year. Actually, technically this week, but it's fine. His championship reign in the beginning was sort of smooth with a nice AJ Styles feud. Then it kind of got bumpy in the summertime, and then he faced a very bumpy. And then, like, during the fall, it got really bumpy. But then he entered this feud with Kevin Owens, and during the winter time, it got not as bumpy, started to smooth out, but like a bumpy road there and there. But then this little few, then during like January-ish, and like yeah, it started just being smooth as a road, literally, no pun intended. And he just had that awesome feud with Kevin Owens, and then after he got off that feud, The Rock showed back up, saying, "I want your soul, Cody." I said, "What is that?" Like, nobody understands. What do you mean by, what are you doing, bro? Get out of here, bro. And then it ended up being a John Cena heel turn, which made this road a little bit more smoother. It had a little pothole there and there, bumps around the road when they got The Rock saying, "I want your soul," but then when John Cena turned heel, it's now just clear line, clear, smoothest road you could ever see to WrestleMania 41 into a crazy match. So I'm gonna say it right here. Cody Rhodes has been an A champion basically from winter time of this year, or last year event, into this year to now, and probably till Mania. And I hope he kind of retains that Mania so he can do it. So yeah, because the past feuds he's been in, Kevin Owens really did elevate this dude's title reign tremendously. I don't think if he didn't have that feud with Kevin Owens, I feel like people say his title reign here was garbage. Maybe, but this feud with John Cena has really, really helped, in my opinion, and really is going to help even more and elevate this title. Maybe by the end of, maybe the beginning of May, I will put Cody Rhodes at S tier. Maybe. We will find out and see. Anyway, that's all I've got, guys. That's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe and hit all your stuff down below. And that's all I've got for you today. But just to check out the list one more time. S tier we got Fraxium. A tier we got Obafemi, Io Sky, Gunther, and Cody Rhodes. B tier we got Stephanie Valkyr. What's his name? Shawn Spears. Street Profits, Lyra, LA Knight, Braun Breaker. C tier we got Liv and Raquel, War Raiders, Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton, and no people in F tier, unlike last month, which I had Shinsuke Nakamura, which Shinsuke Nakamura is no longer champion, so I don't have to put him in no more F tier. Thank the Lord. So yeah, those are the people ranked. Put in the comments below who you guys think I should put down, or this list should be fixed a little bit, or who should I tweak a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyway, that's all I have you guys today. I'll see you later. Bye!